Hi, everybody. I'm going to make a quick announcement that we're going to get started here pretty quickly. So if anybody needs to use the restroom, now would be the time.
We're going to go ahead and get started, so if you don't mind to find your seats, please. Colton, you want to get the door? Hello, everyone. I would like to begin by welcoming you all to our Spring 2026 Lambda Pi Eta, Lambda Beta Chapter Induction Ceremony. For those of you who do not know, my name is Dr. Caleb Hubbard, and I am one of the faculty advisors for Lambda Pi Eta here at Sam Houston State University. I would like to also recognize Dr. Colton Krawitz, who's right over here, who is the other Lambda Pi Eta co-advisor here at SAM. Before we move on, I would like to recognize other department members who many of you hopefully have had in class and say nice things about, I don't know, but we'll see. But I'm gonna introduce all the faculty and staff, so please just hold your applause to the end because we have a really good faculty and most of them are here, so that'll take a long time if you give them a round of applause for each. Dr. Francis Brando, Department Chair and Professor. Hold your applause to the end. Okay, if you were in my class and you started applauding, you did not follow directions. Shame, shame. Okay. Dr. Rick Bello, Professor Emeritus. Rick, stand up. Miss Eliza Kabukow, Instructor. Dr. Lisa Dahlgren, Associate Professor and Graduate Director. Miss Kristen Hester, Lecturer. Miss Dina Horn, Senior Lecturer. Dr. Ethan Morrow, Assistant Professor. I spelled your name right this time, though. Dr. Akansha Sarohi, Visiting Professor. Dr. A.B. Smithson, Lecturer. Miss Mykesha Washington, Lecturer. Dr. Sandra Wood, Lecturer. Please give them all a round of applause. Before we move on, I'm gonna give them recognition twice, and I always get flack for it, but I don't care. You know who you are. Please come up front so we can see you. Are out where we can see you. Joy Mallory and Michelle Plitt, who make all this happen for us. And lastly, I would like to highlight our current Lambda Pi Eta members who are in the audience. Current Lambda Pi Eta members are wearing their cords, which the new members will get today. If you are a current Lambda Pi Eta member, please stand up. And I would like to take this time to recognize our Lambda Pi Eta leadership team, which is all sitting here because they're all going to be speaking and have an important role. Our current president, Tristan Brown. Vice President, Abby McCarthy. Secretary Stephen, say your last name. Azua Jr. Azora. I practice these, clearly not well enough. And social media coordinator, Stephanie Azua. And now I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit and pass it off to my amazing Lambda Pi Eta leadership team, starting with Tristan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tristan Brown. I'm the current SHSU LPH president, and I'm excited to welcome each new member into Lambda Pi Eta, Lambda Beta chapter. In a second, I'm going to invite other LPH officers up here, but first, I'm going to tell you about a brief history and the importance of Lambda Pi Eta. Lambda Pi Eta was initiated by the students of the Department of Communication at the University of Arkansas and was then endorsed by the faculty and founder, Dr. Stephen A. Smith, in 1985. The Speech Communication Association, whose name later changed to the National Communication Association, established Lambda Pi Eta as an affiliate organization and as the official National Communication Honor Society for undergraduates in 1994. In February 1996, Lambda Pi Eta was inducted into the Association of College Honor Societies. There are currently 344 active chapters worldwide. I am now going to pass it off to Stephen, our current secretary, to tell you about Lambda Pi Eta.
Hello. The name Lambda Pi Eta is represented by the Greek letters L, lambda, P, pi, and H, eta, symbolizing what Aristotle described in his book Rhetoric as the three models of persuasion. Logos, meaning logic, pathos, related to emotions, and ethos, defined as character, credibility, and ethics. The candle lighting ceremony will describe each of these Greek letters. I would now like to welcome Stephanie, along with some current LPH members, to help with the lighting of the candles.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, the social media coordinator. So if you saw me jumping around, that was me, taking pictures of you. Okay. So my name is Stephanie, and we are, along with the current LPH members, are Tyranny Stubble, and then we have Catalina Lopez, Ollie Vanden Hudding, and as you can see, we have 3 candles up front. These 3 candles that symbolize the 3 pillars introduced by Aristotle. So we're going to detail the importance of each detail, or each pillar, sorry, my bad. The first mode of persuasion is logos or logic. In all aspects of scholarship, its application of one's life, logic plays a major role in deliberations and problem solving. Pathos or emotional appeal, the second symbol of organization's title, encompasses a driving force that makes an organization vital and effective. The last mode of persuasion is ethos or character, credibility, and ethics. Aristotle sees character credibility in a primary means of affecting change in society and its one's life. Thus, it is important that ethos is a major symbol of Lambda Pi Eta. And now I'm gonna get my girl, Abigail McCarty, the vice president.
The purposes of this honor society, according to the Constitution, are to recognize, foster, and reward outstanding scholastic achievement, to stimulate interest in the field of communication, to provide an opportunity to discuss and exchange ideas in the field of communication, to promote and encourage professional development among communication majors, and to establish, maintain close relationships and mutual understanding between the faculty and students. Lastly, to explore options for further graduate education. I'm now going to pass it to Dr. Krawitz, who will start to introduce our newest members.
That's what happens when you put the banner up right at an event. Sorry about that. All right. The membership in Lambda Pi Eta is composed of undergraduate and graduate students who have declared an interest in the field of communication and have achieved a high level of academic excellence. This semester, we have 8 new members. 7 of those members are undergraduate students. To be eligible for membership, undergraduate students must have completed 60 semester hours in undergraduate credit courses, have a cumulative grade point average of at least 3.0, have completed an equivalent of 12 semester hours in communication studies, and have a grade point average of at least 3.25 in those courses, be in the upper 35% of their graduating class, and be currently enrolled as a full-time student in good standings with Sam Houston State University. A lot. In addition to them, we have 1 new member who is a graduate student. Graduate students must meet the following requirements to be a comms major. They must have 12 credit hours total, a 3.5 overall GPA. 9 of those hours must be in communication studies. And in addition to the application, they must obtain a letter of support from a graduate faculty member in our department. When applying, each student listed out items that they enjoyed about being a communication studies major. Additionally, we reached out to some of your professors and asked them what makes each of you a strong and special student in our department. At this point, faculty members are going to come up here and induct each of you into LPH. Faculty members, I just would like to ask, be sure to pass the mic over rather than sticking it down, because then it will be kind of quiet on the back end. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'd first like to welcome,
When you come up, students, there's an X for you. Stand on the X. We're streaming this. When you come over here for photos, there's an X. Stand there. Parents, please do not stand up and take pictures. We're going to get great photos with Instructor Bukow. We have a photo booth that will get amazing photos after, so don't block other people who might be doing that. Thank you.
forgot to put that on my notes. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Well, first, I'd like to welcome instructor Kristen Hester up.
I would like to ask Hannah Moulton to join me up here on the X. Thank you. Tonight, face the audience so everyone can see you. Okay. Tonight, I am so excited to introduce Hannah Moulton. Hannah holds a special place in my SHSU story because when I first started as faculty here, I was at orientation and I was meeting new students and I was asking all of them, like, what classes are you taking? What's your major? And Hannah was the first student I met that I was going to be teaching. So, woo, yay. Yeah, I was so excited. And I was like, jackpot, and that was exactly right. Since then, I had the privilege of teaching her for 3 classes until she started making some very questionable decisions and took some other professors, but I've forgiven her mostly. Okay, but Hannah has also been my lunch buddy, joining me many times in my office to eat lunch, which shows her kindness and her tolerance. And one of my favorite memories is when I got my old ancient antique button maker down. She knows what I'm going to say. Because I needed to make buttons for an event, and I could not get it to work, and I could not get it to work, and Hannah worked and persevered until she got my button maker to work, and she saved the event and saved my life, and then taught me how to use it twice, because I didn't remember how. So Hannah is an excellent student. She contributes thoughtfully, listens well, and brings just the right balance to every discussion. I'm genuinely honored to introduce her tonight. And for the record, I was fully prepared to arm wrestle Dr. Hubbard for this privilege. So,
For 4 classes.
thank you. Okay, so now you go over there. And now I'm going to, I'm going to pass the mic to Dr. Concha Sorohi.
Did I say it right? All right, hello everyone. I ask that Rachel McGee join me up front. Round of applause. Right. So I'm honored to introduce Rachel McGee, a student in my Strategic Organizational Communication course this semester. Rachel demonstrates strong analytical and applied thinking skills in her discussions about internal and external organizational issues. In her written assignments, she effectively identifies how organizational practices can fall short when they prioritize policy over empathy, offering insightful analysis of leadership communication breakdowns and their broader impact on organizational culture. What sets Rachel apart is her ability to offer practical communication-based solutions for organizational issues. Rachel's understanding of foundational communication principles and a strategic mindset make her a valuable addition to LPH. Right. Up next is Dr. Hubbard. So back to your host.
Hello, everyone. I would like to welcome Michael to come join me up front. I've had Michael in many of my classes. Michael has been such a fun student to have in these classes, mainly because he is a great student to showcase his special engagement in activities and discussion. He always has such a unique thing to say, and every day he adds thoughtful discussion. Additionally, Michael doesn't just, like me, talk. He thinks about what he's gonna say before he talks, and it's always great. He brings great insight in a very calm manner, yet engaging, and his energy is very seen throughout all of his projects. One of my favorite projects that he did for me was last semester in my visual messages course, where he had to make a brand or a company and create these visual images that go along with that. Throughout this project, he was in a group, and their final presentation, what I loved about this was each person presented, and you could really see. I had 3 strong students, and every section showed how great they are. And Michael's was very, very Michael is all I could describe it. Very stylish, very just Michael. I could clearly tell what his was because they had this broad idea that they were able to narrow down for each specific thing. I'm excited to see that Michael brings his ideas, his flair, and his whole Michaelness to wherever he goes next. Congrats, Michael. Next, I would like to welcome Dr. Lisa Dahlgren.
Thank you much. Good evening. The next student we would like to recognize is Courtney Walsh. It is my pleasure to welcome Courtney as an inductee into Lambda Pi Eta this spring. I had the privilege of having Courtney in my family communication class in fall of 2025, and she earned the highest grade in my class out of all the students and went above and beyond for our honors project in our class. Courtney created a really thoughtful and imaginative children's book titled The Wilson's New Recipe, which beautifully introduces young readers to the complexities of family communication in a subtle but really engaging way. Through the story of an involuntary family, she skillfully applied course concepts and theories with both insight and creativity. Courtney's dedication, creativity, and intellectual curiosity has set her apart, and I have no doubt that this is just the beginning of many great accomplishments ahead. Please join me in congratulating Courtney. I'd like to bring up Dina Horn.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to introduce one of our new inductees, Erica Mouton. I had the pleasure and the opportunity to teach Erica in my fall 2025 nonverbal communication course, where she stood out really for her attentiveness and her insight. She didn't speak often in class. She's that student that comes in and she doesn't engage much verbally, but you can tell that she is right on top of it. And when she turns in her work, you can see, oh yeah, she gets it. Early in the semester, the students completed a first impressions paper analyzing their perceptions of me. On the very first day, I have them write about what they think of me, just based on my nonverbals. And she demonstrated a really strong ability to interpret nonverbal communication with both an emotional intelligence and critical thinking. She noted this small behavior that I do, where I sit on the table and I swing my legs. And she interpreted it as a sign that I'm approachable and I don't take myself too seriously, all of which is true. While it's simple, that observation really, it reflects a depth of awareness that's going to continue to serve her well. As part of the course, she also completed a portfolio connecting her nonverbal communication to her future career as potentially a brand strategist. If you know anybody, I'm just saying, networking. Because she is currently preparing for graduation at 19 years old. She brings a quiet confidence, strong analytical skills, and a clear sense of purpose, and I have no doubt that she will make a meaningful impact wherever she goes. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming her. And if you will please join me in welcoming Mykesha Washington.
All right. Hello, good evening, everyone. I want to ask Ryan Blade to join me up front. All right, I am delighted to introduce Ryan Blade as he is inducted into Lambda Pi Eta. I had a great classroom experience with him in my communication and sports class. He was thoughtful, polite, always ready to share his opinions and discussions and questions and things that we talked about in class. He has a very strong work ethic throughout the course. He was committed and dependable to come. Everybody didn't always come, but Ryan always came. What stood out to me is that he's self-motivated. He doesn't need a rah-rah to get going. He talks, he participates, he engages all the time on his own. He went above and beyond with all of his assignments. He brought a level of passion to his education that I feel like people around him were inspired by. He has a natural instinct to dig deeper and expand his knowledge on topics that he's interested in. I am very confident that this is going to help him throughout his studies as well as into his future career. So congrats, Ryan. And I am passing to Dr. A.B. Smithson. I was about to say the old one.
I have the honor to introduce Danica Corey today.
Danica's at home with a sick kid.
Okay.
She's joining us from Zoom.
Hi. This semester, I had the privilege of having Danica in my conflict negotiation and resolution course online. Danica has truly stood out through her dedication, her intellect, and her resilience. As an online student and young mother who welcomed a child during the semester, she not only kept pace with the coursework, but has excelled, consistently producing top quality work. Her careful engagement with the material and sharp analytical skills reflect both her talent and her commitment to learning in her studies. I've been deeply impressed by her ability to balance multiple responsibilities. I'm also a mom, I get it, while maintaining excellence, and I believe that she embodies the qualities that Lambda Pi Eta seeks to recognize. I feel confident that she will excel in whatever she sets her mind to do, and I'm excited to see where her future takes you. Now, let me welcome back up to the front one of your hosts, Dr. Colton Krowitz.
I'm able to introduce the final member, Jamie. She will not be in attendance today, but I think she is on Zoom. YouTube. What did I say? Did I say Zoom? Oh gosh, I'm sorry. I'm honored to introduce Jamie, a graduate student who took my Dark Side of Family Communication course. Last semester was Jamie's first semester in graduate school and working a full-time job at SHSU. Overall, I would say Jamie grew the most out of all of my students last semester. More specifically, Jamie used the feedback she received throughout the semester to improve her assignments. In addition, her growth as a scholar improved exponentially, culminating to one of the most thought-provoking projects in my course. In her final project, Jamie used inconsistent nurturing theory to explore how parental topic avoidance about child substance abuse can support the child substance abuse use. In her analysis, she concluded that, and in quotes, parents stay silent primarily because of fear. At the same time, adolescents respond to the silence with their own form of interpretation, often assuming approval or indifference. Together, these findings show a cycle where parental fear leads to silence and adolescents' uncertainty leads to experimentation. Jamie's analysis deepens our understanding of how parents' responses can have a boomerang effect. Overall, Jamie's commitment to deepening her understanding of communication and her passion for the subjects makes an outstanding student and a valuable addition to LPH. All right, new members, please reach into your bags and pull out your cords, which you already have on your shoulders, and stand up. I now ask any current members, along with the newly inductee members, to also stand. We are about to state the vows of being a Lambda Pi Eta member. The correct response is I do. So we can start. Good. All right. As newly inducted and current members of Lambda Pi Eta, do you accept the challenge to maintain the high academic and leadership standards set forth by the organization and to serve as an example for the achievement of excellence in the field of communication? And do you promise to work towards the achievement of the purpose and goals as set forth by the National Organization of Lambda Pi Eta? Current members, thank you, and I ask you to sit back down. New members, keep to standing. I now present to you the newly inducted members of Lambda Beta chapter of Lambda Pi Eta for the spring semester of 2026. Let's give them a round of applause. Congratulations, and y'all can sit down. As we wrap up the traditional induction of the hardworking students, I want to say yet again, congratulations. This semester, Dr. Hubbard and I have an extra surprise, and I would like to ask our LPH members to join us. Leadership members, yes.
So each year, we attempt to try to recognize students with outstanding ability. If you're on the leadership team, please come stand over here in the front. I'll turn the screen off so it doesn't blind you. But for those of you who don't know, Lambda Pi Eta does a few different events. And one of the events is a professional development event, which this semester, these four planned with Colton and I critiquing them the whole time. But they basically planned on their own. So they do a lot. Our social media is 100% ran this semester by one individual, and we just send her a bunch of photos. So we would like to recognize them, and we have awards for each of them. Tristan's here first. So first up, we would like to recognize for the second semester in a row, our president, Tristan Brown. Next, we would like to recognize our vice president, Abby McCarty. Next, we would like to recognize Stephen Asoga. And lastly, I would like to recognize our social media coordinator, Stephanie Azua. Everybody, one last time, our spring 2026 leadership team, congratulations. Now y'all sit. Except for you. No, come up here. Every year, we always try to do something special, but for those of you who do not know, Hannah, this is your time. Next semester, I will be alone as the advisor because someone decided that he wants to expand his family. So, it's down here. So, the Lambda Pi Eta decided to get a little special gift for Dr. Colton Krawitz, who's going to have a little Caleb in the fall. Can we say what you're having?
We found out yesterday that we're having a boy.
Not to brag, but he called me first. Friendship goals. Okay. I lost where I was at because I didn't write that in the script because he would have known. He proofread my script. Yeah. So today, Abby and Hannah, I sent them with a credit card to Walmart, and they called me, and they were like, because I told them no orange, because for those of you who don't know, he's from UT, so it's the wrong orange. And I'm on the phone, and Michelle's there, and she's like, they only have orange, and Michelle's like, he'll get over it. Okay, back to those who we're trying to actually honor today. So many of you have done a lot of achievements in your life. Students, this is a big deal. Notice we only have 8 students. This year, Colton, correct me if I'm wrong, we had 25 applicants around there? Yeah, around 25 applicants. Only 8 of you made it through the application process. So it's not just like you get in when you apply. 25 applicants, and 8 of you got in this semester. So I want you to recognize how strong that is. You have a strong work ethic, strong GPA. And when we reached out to professors, we had many professors who were dying to speak about how great you are. So give a round of applause for all of our newly inducted. I'm about to do the final announcements, but one thing that I want to recognize every time is one of the biggest things that a student's life and a student can achieve is graduation. I know many of you on our leadership team, newly inducted, current members, will be graduating this spring and or summer. If you are one of our spring or summer graduates, please stand up so we can congratulate you. Okay, now y'all may be seated. The last thing I want to talk about is joining Lambda Pi Eta gives you a lot of benefits. It's not just you get cords at graduation, which that's pretty cool. I had these same cords at my graduation, and I still have them. But it allows you to have connections with your professor. How many of you have had a dinner with your professor? How many of you were able to sit right next to our graduate director and talk to about graduate school? Or how many of you are able to sit next to our department chair to talk to about the department and different things like that? You have a special connection. Use that connection if you would like. We have connection with real-world experts. This semester, we had 2 speakers. One of them is actually here. Hannah's dad, David, was one of our speakers. And everyone was able to hear from David. But Lambda Pi Eta members were welcome to come before and have a little, I don't know, reception or something before. But additionally, we have different funding that we can help you with. Now, this also applies to all students, but Lambda Pi Eta members, you have a special place in my heart. So if you're doing research or travel or anything like that, we have that. I'm gonna recognize a few of those works for our Lambda Pi Eta members before we wrap up. Stephen is doing a project with Dr. Dahlgren this semester. And are y'all submitting it to the measure? We're trying to, yeah. Okay, they're about to submit it to the student undergraduate, the measure that we're working on. Stephanie, this semester has been working with me, and in July, she will be presenting at the National Storytelling Network, and this isn't like public knowledge, but I'm in charge of the conference, and she got the highest rated score of the whole conference. And then Abby has been working with me tirelessly. It's been a lot this semester. And she submitted to the National Communication Association Conference, which we're still waiting to hear back from that one. But Abby's work has been so good that our research question just asked more questions, which is a sign of a good research question. So Abby's actually going to do more research with me next semester and do another study with me and many more of that. But through these works, you can get special funding. I'm on the committee for SPUR, which Stephanie has applied and got money. Stephanie is going to this conference free. Our department, our college, our university, I emailed a few people 20 times, and I was annoying enough that I got more money for her. But additionally, the graduate college also offers money. Dr. Dahlgren, Bella went last semester, correct? Bella, one of our Lambda Pi Eta members, went with Dr. Dahlgren to the National Communication Conference in Denver, where a lot of faculty were. I can go on and on about all of our achievements, but I know you're tired of hearing my voice because I talk a lot. But before we end, we said a lot of thank yous, but if you are a new and current member and you have a family member who is here with you or friends, look at them and give them a round of applause and tell them thank you for coming tonight and all their support. And I knew they were going to do this because they do it every semester. Joy and Michelle, come up front. You're not escaping me this semester. These 2 women, These 2 women do everything in our department. They are our admin assistant, but they are literally our everything. I think every day Colton and I are at work, they get very annoyed with us because we just get told to leave their office because we have more ideas, more stuff, or Colton's complaining about something or whatever. But more than just Colton and I know Dr. Dahlgren as the graduate director always enjoys office doing so much. Joy handles all of our travel, so she's been working with Stephanie on that stuff and so much more. These two women ordered I told them what food I wanted, what cake I wanted. I just told them everything. I didn't do anything after that. They got our food, they got our cake. I made sure Joy today blew up the balloon arch and she steamed every single tablecloth. Michelle has been ordering from Amazon every day this week. I'm like, I need this from Amazon. It was last week. So please give them one round of applause. Y'all can go hide in the back now. Okay, the last thing I'm going to say, and this is truly the last thing, is we are going to do photos. So this is how it's going to work. We have a photo booth back there. I need everyone to go back there for all my current LPH members. We will take that photo first, and then we are going to do individual photos of LPH members with the faculty that they would like. So not just the faculty that spoke for you. If you see a faculty and you're like, I love that person in class, get over here. They'll get there. This is where the faculty listens to you. And then after that, so we'll do a group photo, individual photos. Faculty, please stick around. We would like to do a faculty photo for once. Let's get every faculty who's actually here. And then outside of that, the photo booth is then opened up. Take photos, family, friends, strangers, I don't know, take photos. But while you wait on that, we have cake. We have chocolate and vanilla cake, and we still have a lot of food, so please take it home because we don't want it in our suite. So go get cake, go do all that. And one last time, please please join me in congratulating all the new Lambda Pi Eta members. New and current members, go.